Good morning, collective. I am Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Good Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. I'm just getting my sound adjusted here to make sure. Yep, there we go. There's my echo. Do you ever wonder what is it that makes people that can clearly see the hand of God in something? That clearly can see, they can't ignore the signs, that clearly can see that people are dying, that the things that they're doing are affecting things around them that are causing chaos and destruction, that clearly know that what they are doing is wrong. What is it that makes them and gives them the encouragement to keep persevering forward in wickedness, even while they're getting karma? What is it? It's two things. For some people, they've been in darkness for so long that they cannot differentiate and tell the difference between wrong and right. They don't know, honestly, their perspective, because their third eye is closed. Their perspective and their perception is blocked and off. And there are others that it's nothing but pure arrogance. Like, I don't care. I'm a demon till I die. And yesterday, y'all, somebody in somebody's community did just that. They demoned till they died. They demoned till they died. They're not dead yet. But the thing about it is, if you saw a fire truck and an ambulance come on wherever in your neighborhood, like on your street yesterday, for anybody in my collective, somebody had just finished doing spell work with a group, because you might live in a gang stalking neighborhood where you have a lot of people around you that were placed there, that do spell work on you around the clock, like counter work in shifts. One of their people took a hit yesterday, and they have been fighting for their life ever since yesterday. An ambulance and fire truck might have come out or something like that. They may have taken their body. They might have taken them to a hospital, or they might have ended up wherever they were. Right now, there is an Aquarius energy, okay? They don't live in your neighborhood, but they are up there, over top of, these operations of these covens in different communities. And they are trying to gaslight the people in your community and tell them, it's okay. Don't worry. That was because they're not healthy. They're in bad health. They don't take care of themselves. That was natural causes. They already had issues with their heart or whatever. And it was a backfire because they were in the midst of doing spell work against you when it backfired. And if you've been praying your prayers as well, that person took a hit. And everybody has been scattering and whispering with each other, are they going to die? Are they going to die? Are they going to die? And the Aquarius, this Aquarius energy is trying to calm everybody down. No, that's not what it was. It wasn't because of so-and-so's prayers. It wasn't a backfire. It had not. This is an isolated incident. And they know that's a goddamn lie. They know it's a lie. But the problem is, some people are afraid to continue now. If you woke up this morning and people that normally you see their cars in your parking lot or driveway, and suddenly, whatever time you do your prayers in the morning, if you notice everybody in your neighborhood found somewhere to go weirdly at 4 a.m, or at 6 a.m, 5 a.m, or last night, people are scared of you. Do you hear me? People are afraid of you right now. They're afraid of you because they saw what just happened to somebody in your neighborhood yesterday while they thought they was doing spell work. Oh, we're going to teach her. The thing that makes these people persevere, is arrogance. Some don't know any better because they need light. They need a spark, and that's what you are. To tell them, repent and turn from your ways. But others, it's arrogance. And you're like, no one can be that arrogant to know they're doing wrong, to know the difference between wrong and right. and to continue to do it anyway, even if they know they're in danger. Yes, arrogance can make you that ignorant. I'll give you an example. Pharaoh in the Bible, in Christianity, had that type of arrogance. Pharaoh has this Aquarius energy. He carries the demonic spirit that the Pharaoh energy in the Bible and the story of Moses carried. He didn't care how many people got hurt. He didn't even care if people's children died that he was supposed to care about in his community and be looking out for. All he cared about was his ego, his pride, and his arrogance. And he was willing to demon till he died. And he didn't care whoever had to die with him or connected to him. Pharaoh sat up there and Moses warned him the same way a lot of you keep warning these people. And then God shows and brings them a plague. Look what happened. And then he makes somebody else sick. And then something with the storm tree falls on somebody's house and someone else gets in a car accident. And this is happening to people that's attacking you. And they keep on in their arrogance and ignorance, writing it off to isolated incidents that have nothing to do with the fact that you are attacking a prophet. Okay, we'll talk about it. That tsunami I talked about yesterday. I woke up this morning, saw in the news that Hawaii is bracing for and worried about a tsunami right now. And something about Trinidad came out. So Trinidad might be like somebody or the president possibly and a cult that did a water moon ritual. Okay. Because yesterday they said that due to a water ritual that was done. Now, I don't know if this ritual was done in Trinidad or if it was done by someone that's a part of a cult in Trinidad, like a leader with other people, because it was Trinidad and a couple of other people that came together that are a part of a huge cult. And they did some kind of, see, these people that have been running the world off of your divine energy, they've been utilizing your divine energy to do major rituals. I'm not talking about a local little tiny ritual to do an ugly spell on somebody or a spell to make you gain or lose weight, beauty. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about professional major rituals that affect huge masses of people. These people did some kind of moon water ritual. Okay. It could have been that cult that consists of some presidents of countries and some occultists and others. But whatever ritual they did, okay, what they said, they kept giving me the Ace of Swords with Trinidad. This ritual might have been done in Trinidad, or someone from Trinidad was a part of this ritual that they all did. And they said there was going to be a tsunami as a result of that ritual. So it's many ways you can look at it. One way you could look at it as there might be, when a tsunami hits somewhere, it's something going on under the water, underground. And it has something to do, of course, with the moon and celestial movements with the weather. But it doesn't just affect one place. When tsunamis hit, hey, Offset, when tsunamis hit, they usually don't just affect one place. They hit and affect several places, just like Jamaica, Cuba, and several islands within a certain range will be hit with flooding and things. So it could also be indicating that somebody is going to lose and experience some kind of financial loss due to property damage or flooding as a result of a tsunami they touching me. Yeah, what's that? It's karma. Yup, it's karma. Somebody's moving to karma waters right now because their spell work backfired. So there's somebody moving to karma waters right now because their spell work backfired and they're expecting this tsunami. So somebody might have took off and went on a journey or something here with this 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Somebody could have traveled, the devil in reverse, because they know already. They were expecting something to happen with the weather. These people know what happened. These people know how these major rituals that they do around new moons, they know how it affects the weather and environment. They're aware of it. They're completely aware. why when it backfires, whatever spell work they did, when it backfired, because they don't have your energy, when it backfired, some of these occultists took the hell off in a flight, in a plane, boat, whatever, however they traveled. Some of them quickly got the hell out of Dodge because they knew it was going to be a backfire. You understand? So what happened is, I just wanted to mention that really quick. It's just like it's their arrogance. They went ahead and did a ritual, but they didn't have your energy. They didn't have the energy that they used to have back in the old days, the days where we were not aware of how they were getting our energy in the first place. Okay? Don't you know this kingdom? Don't you know this Roman Empire? This empire is falling right now. I'm not like, oh, in the future it's going to fall. In the future it's going to be destruction. No, it's happening right now in real time. You understand me? This is happening right now in real time. You understand? That's why the government is collapsed. It's already happened. You're seeing chaos everywhere, but you haven't really seen them implement this new system completely. You're seeing little bits of it being moved into place. Okay, little bits of it are being moved into place. A lot of you that are in alignment by your inner compass, you're going to know how to navigate. Your spirit guides, God, your connection to your higher self, and your inner compass is going to guide you how to move, where to move to, where to live, and what to do in order to survive it. You understand? You are going to be energetically, magnetically drawn in the direction to move, relocate, wherever. It doesn't mean you have to go across seas, but whoever you need to come together with, you are naturally going to do it. It's kind of like, I was telling somebody this before, and I've said it before. Certain people that are older souls that are on a higher vibration, because they're an older soul and they've completed more lessons, they are more in tune with their intuition and they have the inner compass. And I would relate that to knowing, just like animals and herds, they know during certain seasons when to migrate and move to different places, right? That's your spiritual inner compass, okay? Just like during chattel slavery, when it came to an end after the war, and some people had the option of staying where they were in the South or heading north. There are some people that were like, no, that's too much. We don't know if it's going to be food, jobs. We don't know how we're going to survive if we take a leap of faith and just migrate north. It's unknown territory. Yeah, I hear good things, but I hear bad things. I'm just going to stay here. And others, something guided them to go north. They're in a compass. And if you notice, and no shade to anybody, but if you notice, a lot of people, because that's spiritual too, like North Node, South Node, a lot of people that had an inner compass and were guided by their higher consciousness. I don't care whether or not I know if there's a job waiting for me, if I'll be able to eat food or anything. I'm going to take a leap on faith because I feel like right now is the time to just head north. And I feel like it was something spiritual going on there too, because it had something to do with the mindset, a mindset of separating from yourself from your oppressor and taking a leap on faith. Whether or not you know if you're going to survive, trusting in God that God will make a way for you and make a way for your family. And if you head in the direction and you have the faith the size of a grain of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. So you pray every step of the way. I believe in you, God, that you're going to provide for me. You're going to open up. Manna is going to come down from heaven if it has to feed me. I know I can drink water from the rivers. I know when I get to my destination, more doors are going to be opened. I feel like it had something to do with certain people being in a spiritual alignment where they believed that once they got there, doors would start opening for them to get jobs in whatever, as a maid, as whatever was open to them, and they would seep into it. And there was a certain collective of people that got that message and they migrated north. And during a certain time, if you notice, the consciousness in a lot of the people in more of the northern states, it came to them first during certain eras. And a lot of people, no offense to anyone, but in the southern states, was stuck in a certain vibration of consciousness as well. And psychologically and spiritually, it had something to do with the mindset of separating yourself from your oppressor and having the faith, having the faith and the will and the strength and desire to move forward in faith, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. And that's where we are right now today. Okay. I'm using that as an example, but it's meant for anybody of any race as advice that right now our oppressor, which would be these demonic entities possessing our government and people that are in these cults and covens and that have been running the world with these rituals and controlling us and having us stuck on a wheel, not having real true freedom, living in a society run off of capitalism that's bipolar, backwards and upside down, where evil is good and good is evil. This type of unhealthy, unorganic living that's not real or realistic, you're actually a slave to. Having the faith to separate yourself from an oppressive Babylonian system, not knowing where your provision is going to come from, but knowing that it's a lot of bad karma that's attached to this low frequency, low vibrational Babylonian capitalist society. And right now that karma is about to be paid. And if you don't separate yourself from it and find a way to follow your inner compass, then you are going to suffer under it. You understand? It's something, it's a pattern going on here. Just like that great migration that took place back in the day with Black Americans that migrated from the South to the North. It's really spiritual what's going on. Okay. So honesty in the reverse is talking about this Aquarius that's gaslighting people in your community about somebody that was a part of doing spell work and shifts on you, because they're trying to hold you back and hold on to your energy because they know it's karma time. And they failed. One, they failed to affect you spiritually because these people carry a energy of arrogance. They're extremely arrogant and they're like, I don't care. So I don't care. I don't care. And this is how they die. It's a curse to have this mindset. It is a curse to have the mindset of ignorance where I don't care. I'm going to demon till I die. And that's because we have to remember it's spiritual warfare. Okay. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. You understand? That means that these are humans that have entity attachments and spirits. That's a demonic spirit that is on these people. These are entity attachments that are on these people that don't care, because riding around in these humans' vessels they've attached to is like riding around in a rental car. You don't care if it's destroyed. You don't care that you went 100 miles an hour over a speed bump or over those railway tracks, because that's not your car. You, if you mess up the engine in that rental car, all you're going to do is drop it off when you're done with it. They're not going to know about the internal damage, and it's not your problem because you can just get another rental car. And if it breaks down, you give it back to them and they give you another one. You ain't worried about that rental car. That's how these demonic spirits possessing these people see their vessels. They don't care if they die. They don't care if they run them in the ground. They don't care if they become sick. They don't care if their family members die. They don't care if they're in poor health. They don't care if they're living in depravity, bad health, and sickness, because they're nothing like a rental car to them. They're going to have these people out here in arrogance due to their unhealed wounds, and they're going to demon till their death, and then they're going to jump and attach to the next vessel. And that is what you're seeing right now. But there are some people that are scared right now because somebody is fighting for their life. Someone in someone's neighborhood is fighting for their life because they spiritually attacked you. And there are certain people in your community that this Aquarius cannot lie and gaslight. They know that that person is having a death experience right now as we speak because of the spell work they did on you. These people know that you're anointed. These people know that you're innocent. These people know that the only reason they're attacking you is because they're being paid money to, and they're too goddamn lazy to do their shadow work and to work hard to make money to survive. Yes, it's hard, but it's no harder for them than it has been for you. But you didn't attack anybody. In your lowest points in your life, you got in alignment and you got up and went to if you had to work 2 jobs, whatever you had to do to handle your season of labor, your season of hard work. You understand? But you got in alignment during that time to where doors open for you because you did not do things for instant gratification. You did things the right way. They don't want to do things the right way. They want instant gratification right now. The rewards that you have in your life, whatever assets you've attained through hard work and through loss and through delayed gratification and through patience, you got the things in your life you have the hard way, the long way, the innocent way. You got the things you have, and that's why you're not losing them, and more will be added on to you. You understand? Because you didn't take it from nobody. So you didn't create any bad karma for yourself. These people want instant gratification. Well, it's not fair. You got it. How come I can't have it too? But you waited for it. You didn't get it automatically. You went through a season where you worked very hard. I'm talking about just shadow work on your spiritual self. I'm talking about you went to work. You got your ass up and you went to work and possibly didn't even make a lot of money. But because you did your shadow work, you didn't waste money going on Carnival cruises. You didn't waste money because you had extra money because you were getting assistance. You didn't waste money spending money above your needs out of ego on materialistic things that were above your pay grade during that particular season. Maybe you can afford the things you have now because during your season of hard work, you used practicality. You did the work on your inner self so that you could have a balanced perspective and a balanced ego, and have self-esteem where your value doesn't come from materialistic things. Your confidence comes from your inner self. So you didn't have to waste time trying to impress other people at a season in your life when it wasn't ready for you to be able to have the nicer things that people perceive you have now. You might have some nice things right now, but that's because it's your season. There was a season when you couldn't afford those things and you didn't go out and buy them when you couldn't afford them. No, you didn't. You used practicality in your thinking and just work hard. That's above my pay grade right now. I'm going to be practical. I know the difference between my needs and my wants. I don't spend money out of ego. I can't afford to go on these vacations because I don't own anything right now. And I'm not depending on the government to figure it out for me, because the person that you give the power to feed you, you also give the power to starve you. And because I'm connected to God, I'm aware of that. Okay? My third eye is open. My ajna, that third eye, my perception, my foresight, my wisdom tells me that the person that you give the power to feed you also has the power to starve you. And I can get help, but I'm also going to be working for myself, trying to hurry up and become independent and figure it out for myself. Because if you wait and allow other people to figure it out for you, at any time they can pull the rug from under your feet. You understand? So you were like the ant and the grasshopper. You were busy. For the last 20 years, your ass was busy getting it to make sure that whatever you established came from you and nobody could take it from you because you worked for it. These people are upset because during that season, they made a different decision than you. And they spent money frivolously. They spent money, oh girl, we going on a Carnival cruise. When you don't got it like that. You don't own nothing. Your mama don't own nothing. Your daddy don't own nothing. Ain't nobody passed nothing down to you. You don't have no type of assets, no generational wealth being passed down. And at any time, even if someone is, well, I had a job to pay for my stuff, someone could pull a job from you. Somebody could take a job from you even. You understand? When I tell you the person that you give the power to feed, you have the power to starve you. That's including working under a government in an economy and someone giving you a job. They got the power to end that job too. So you should prepare in the season where you're doing well and you can get a job anywhere and the economy is flourishing. Still, you're supposed to work to put where if someone were to take this job today or tomorrow, if the economy were to collapse today or tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm set up very well to function and run on some capacity where I can survive. If people that are providing jobs, the government, this economy, my country or whatever, stops doing what they're doing. You understand? The mind of God that gave Joseph in the Bible that Joseph energy, that Joseph mind. Joseph was so connected to God, which is his higher mind, that not only did he have visions of the future, but he had wisdom. And that's what got him from being a slave and being in prison to the king. The king felt like, Joseph, I got to give it to you, man. You so wise. I don't even feel justified being a king. Matter of fact, here go my crown. You be the king. I don't even feel like I have a right to be the king no more. Because your connection to God, you a beast. You are a beast. How you go from prison to a king taking off his crown and putting it on your head, man, you got it. I thought I was, but man, I can't even be the king no more here. Because during times of plenty, Joseph said, "No, we're not going to be throwing grain up in the air. We got to prepare." Time of drought. I don't see no drought. Yes, and that's why right now we should store grain, because in the next 7 years it's going to be a drought. So in the times of plenty is the time that you start storing and setting yourself up. That's that Joseph energy that some of you are. You understand? You see a time of plenty as time to hurry up and make leaps and bounds ahead in securing yourself in a way to become independent, so you don't have to be connected to others. Some of you all might be preppers. It doesn't mean you have to be like what they think we're weirdos because we're preppers. And what if suddenly we couldn't get water? Don't you know people live in other countries where they don't have stable electricity, stable internet, stable water, stable a lot of different things. Okay, so they automatically know I can't rely on the government 100% to make sure I have these things. So I have to have my household and home set up to know what we're going to do if suddenly we can't get access to water, something going on. We're in Ghana, no water coming out the tap this week. I have to set things up to where I have something set up and I have water, a separate supply for emergency backed up and ready. I have a wood burning fire stove. Sure, I have a modern house, but I also have in the background some grills, a wood burning fire stove, and other things in case, the electric fails and I need to on a grill or cooking on a wood burning stove. I've got these things set up for in the background. I got seeds and I always keep a garden going, even though I shop at the grocery store. You understand? I'm already, set up and I'm talking about on earth, period. In any government, in any society, you should never be 100% reliable on markets and grocery stores and everything. Yes, use them. It's a part of your life, but also be thinking about how to do something for yourself to where you have an alternative. Even the Cuban government at one point was warning their own people, start growing food, everybody. And they were growing food on the rooftops of some of their flat homes and preparing for whatever issue they had some years back. Those of us that are connected to God have the foresight to understand you don't give another man, and I'm talking about humans, all of your power to figure out your life for you. You're an independent contractor here as a human, and you are your own responsibility. I don't care what country you're born in, and I don't care what government you're under. At all times, as a human on earth, you are responsible for you. So you have to make sure that you make provisions for yourself. Even if you're government with water, with running electric, internet and things like that, it's still your responsibility to make sure that if any of those things ever are unavailable to you, you already are prepared and set up to keep on moving forward. It might even be a good idea to watch other people in other countries, how they function. Watch people that might even live in villages and see how they function when they don't have water, when they don't have electric, when have certain things. Look at other types of energy that you can access without some main power grid provided to you by someone. Look into that type of stuff. I'm not gonna go into detail, but preppers be knowing what I'm talking about. You understand? Be prepared for everything. Are you ready? If you live in Chicago and something happened and you couldn't access no heat and you don't have a wood burning fireplace in your house, if the power gets cut off, do you have a plan B, something set up? A tent that you could put a wood burning fireplace in or something to contain the heat and put your family in or something? And so, oh, you a prepper. You think too much. Oh no. You should always have an alternative plan to deal with food, to deal with shelter and protection from the elements. Even if you never have to use it, just have it on standby, especially if you have a family and children. So, whoever these people are, they're mad at you because a lot of them are jealous of you because they don't understand why you have, and they've been told they could take what you have from you. They could take your mind, your energy, harness, and do things to you. These people are jealous because they don't want to do the work that you did, and they don't understand how you got the things that you have in your life because they didn't see you in the gym shooting. They didn't see you on the court at 4 a.m. out there shooting. They didn't see all the work through all the seasons of your life of preparation. They don't see. They think that whatever you have, it came hocus pocus overnight. They don't realize that there were seasons in your life that you had to delay gratification and be very practical, and you had to conserve and you had to sacrifice. Because there are people out here that don't want to sacrifice, but they want the world. They want the whole world, but they don't want to have to sacrifice anything. Instant gratification. They don't want to work hard for it, and they don't want to have to sacrifice anything. I want to be able to go on vacations. I want to be able to drive expensive cars. I want to be able to do this, that, this, that. That's why we live off of credit cards. I want to be able to have and do everything right now in this season of my life when I can't afford it. And now that we're going into the season of famine, they're mad at you because you look like you still have it all together. Okay? So these people attacking you, somebody got hit yesterday. Somebody got hit, and there's an older person here, an Aquarius, that's lying to people right now and telling them, oh, this has nothing to do with the spell work y'all are doing and shifts on that divine person in your neighborhood. And they're lying to them. They're telling them it's an isolated incident. But so-and-so just died in a car accident. Oh, that was just a separate incident. But so-and-so house just burned down. Oh, that's just but it's happening to people that's in this coven that's doing spell work against that person. You don't think that's a coincidence? Nah, honey, that ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. Just keep on going. Don't be afraid. I got you. Really? Does this Aquarius have this person that's dying right now? I'm not making this shit up. This is happening right now. Does this Aquarius got this person that's dying right now? Do they got them? There are some people that are of a split mind right now that are hesitant about attacking you because they're in a mental imprisonment. Am I going to be next? But the thing about it is, this is the ignorance of it. You can stop attacking and figure out your own situation right now. You can stop participating in an illusion that you are going to be able to overthrow a divine person and cash out and suddenly go skip off in the sunset and win money. Your ass is ignorant. You're ignorant to believe you can get good karma by causing misfortune for others, and especially an anointed child of God, when he told you, do not touch my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Tell me about this good gentleman energy. There's an older man here, the 3 of Pentacles. This could have to do with work, okay? The 8 of Pentacles, yes. And something that these people were working on. He's trying to gaslight these people and tell them because he wants to keep his crew together. And he, no, it's still good to be in this line of business, doing spell work for a living. And doing these rituals and chanting for a living. No, I don't want it to get a bad name. It's good to work for the devil. Let me see if I can get Satan. Y'all know what I mean by Satan. It's good to stay in your carnal nature. It's good to be on this path of low vibration. Practice the 48 laws of power, to be deceptive, underhanded, deceitful, not truthful, not transparent, and to trick people and see if you can get the upper hand and get over on people. That's good energy. You're gonna get everything you want. No, you're gonna get karma. You're going to be making deposits in the bank 5 and 6 times a day on karma. And I don't want to see what that look like when it come back to you. These people, because they don't see it with the naked eye, like people that are spiritually open can see, that you are destroying your bloodline, your lineage, and yourself, because you're making 10 and 20 deposits in the bank, your spiritual bank a day, creating bad karma for yourself. And then you want to be all tears and then crying, not knowing when it manifests in your life in the form of sickness and poverty and loss and all, and you don't know why. You want to have some form of cognitive dissonance about it. Let's talk about this good gentleman that was working on something with these people in this line of business. They can't cause an illusion. They know it's because they attacked you. They know they didn't get what they expected. They wasn't expecting somebody to be on their deathbed right now. They wasn't expecting that. Tell me about fatality in the reverse. They trying to balance the situation. So somebody is trying to help somebody to heal, help someone stay alive right now. Somebody is trying to help this person that's dying right now. I don't know if they feel defeated. This person could be in the house or in the hospital. But I guarantee you, a fire truck and an ambulance came to their house yesterday. I guarantee you. I don't know if you've seen a fire truck and an ambulance in your community. That was one of the people, 111 in my likes right now. That was one of the people that was spiritually attacking you, that was wearing a mask of arrogance. Like, I don't care. So my question to that person is, do you care right now? Say so again. Say it again. Say so right now. Go ahead and say it. Say so one more time. So help you God. While you on your deathbed. Say so. I'm telling you. With all of that arrogance. So, I don't care. Ain't nothing happened to me. So. My baby died. So, that was so-and-so. It didn't happen to me. Oh, I'm sick. I'm dying. So. They're like little demons. But again, these are people that have entity attachments, and they're so demonically possessed that it's making them wear an unrealistic energy and mask of arrogance, to where they are sowing like so I don't care. And then when something happens, they cry like a baby because they're children. They are literally children. This is the behavior of a 5-year-old. So I don't care. I'm gonna beat your ass. So I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't care. So okay, get your ass. I'm doing this because I love you. Whoop their ass. I used to get ass whoopings. The reason I know so much of the Bible is because I used to get ass whoopings while my mother used to quote Bible verses to me. Yeah, a whole goddamn chapter, child, a whole damn proverb. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Hold not back the rod from child. How you think I learned so much of the Bible? And what happens? A child will sit up there and just keep saying so, and then you whoop that ass on that part of their ass or back of their thighs. If you're a good parent, not like with me with the extension cords and shit and iron poles and shit. That's some other shit. But a child will burst out crying. I don't care. So, and then they get an ass whooping, and then now it's no longer so. Now it's cry. That is exactly how these people that are childish with the reprobate mind, that's how they think and function, with the mind of a child, an unhealed child. They'll get their karma, they'll get that ass whooping, and then they'll start crying like, I don't know, help me. Somebody feels defeated right now, okay, because they're trying to nurse somebody's wounds. They're trying to prevent this person from dying. What is this letter in reverse? They don't have hope. Hope in the reverse and letter in the reverse. Letter in the reverse could be bad news. Clarify that letter in reverse. Clarify that letter in reverse. Somebody got sick. I don't know what happened, but somebody's dying right now. Yesterday, someone that was doing spell work on somebody had a backfire. And I'm telling you, an ambulance came to somebody's home. And a whole bunch of people in this coven in someone's community, they 3 of cups all came together. If you notice people acting weird in your community, all going to one house, that was why. Somebody got bad news, letter in the reverse. The 8 of Pentacles, somebody's working on something. They were backstabbed and betrayed to win at all costs. Somebody is backstabbed and betrayed because somebody's working on. What are they working on with that 8 of? They're working on trying to make something happen real fast. They were working on something to make something happen very fast because something is too much of a burden. What is this burden? The 10 of Wands. What is this burden? Holy Spirit. What is this burden? Sacrificing you. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe someone's getting bad news. Maybe they're letting these people know that it's too much of a burden to try to sacrifice you. They're stupid asses being in a community, all working together. We're gonna kill a good person so that we don't have to do any work and we can just get money and instant gratification for what we want because we're the demons, and we're just gonna all come together and sacrifice a good person that we're trying to keep in a community. Because we got backing from the government, we got backing from people that work in official jobs and positions, because we think they have power because we only give power to people and things that are in the physical realm, because none of us are connected to spirit or God, so we don't recognize a higher power. So we think these goofy ass humans that wipe their ass in the same direction as you from north to south, that's copper squat and shit the same way that you do, they think that these egotistical, arrogant ass humans have some kind of power, because they literally do not recognize a higher power. So it's too much of a burden to sacrifice you, the Hangman. That's funny, Helen of Troy. You said frankincense and myth or myrrh. Were you trying to write? That's so funny you just said that, because I'm actually burning some incense right now. That is frankincense and myrrh. That's so interesting you just said that. Okay, let's jump into this. All right, what is the energy crowning this read? They literally have the nerve, and I'm going to call it audacity. I'm going to call it the audacity. The audacity to think that you are going to sacrifice a child of God. You thought that you think you're going to come together, a whole bunch of weak little demons. And one, if they had common sense, they would know if it takes this many of you all to come against one person, that should let you know it's a powerful person you're coming after. You understand? You're not smart enough to know that if it takes all of y'all, if it takes groups of people, like whole groups against one individual, doesn't that let you know it's a powerful individual, and maybe you should do some research on them to find out who you attacking? Let's go. What are the messages? They are gremlins and minions and schmeagles from Lord of the Ring, and hyenas and gremlins and minions, and what's the other thing called? Don't make me show you the picture again. What's that other? All kind of creatures, mythical. They're all kind of mythical creatures. Hobbits. That's my favorite one. The hobbits. A goddamn hobbit. It's a bunch of hobbits running around. All right, what is the energy crowning this read? Oh, wow. Child, there's somebody that wishes they could communicate. I feel like someone wants to communicate with you. Somebody's complete wish fulfillment might want to communicate something about communication here. Okay. Someone might be in a conflict with somebody, or it could be several people fighting right now because of there's some idiot here that doesn't want to let go of something. And they're in that Pharaoh arrogance energy. Pharaoh, Moses, some of y'all know the story. Whoever this Eight of Cups reverse is, someone that can't let something go. This is their ego. That Eight of Cups represent energy, emotions. This has to do with someone's ego. They literally have the ego of Pharaoh. I don't care. I don't care if everybody's babies and children die because of what we're doing, because we're trying. It's so interesting because they want to hold on to your energy the same way Pharaoh did not want to release and let God's people's energy go. He wanted to hold on to them, the Hebrew slaves, in the story of Moses in the Bible. Okay. Now we know the Bible, is an astrology and biological book that explains to us about the tree of life, the Kabbalah, and other things, and raising Kundalini energy. Some of us understand the burning bush. They talk about in stories in the Bible is your Kundalini energy being raised up through your nervous system, which is like a burning bush. But still, the stories we're able to utilize to understand, and make a point. The Bible is a great resource, as is the Quran, as is the Kabbalah, as is all religions and spiritualities. Information is information when you are able to have x-ray vision and your third eye is open and you could read through the lines and get the information you need from them. Okay. Pharaoh was very arrogant, and he wanted to hold on to some divine people's energy, but these people were anointed, and he was like, no, I don't want to let them go. I get so much from them. They're building a city and working for free. I'm using their energy. I don't want to let their energy go. If I let their energy go, then we're going to have to actually work for what we want. We're going to have to get jobs and come out here and do the work they were doing for us. And it's the same thing with a lot of you all. They want to be able to energy harvest from you to manifest through magic the things that they want without doing the hard work for them. And they feel like if you escape and get away from them, they're going to have to actually get out here, get jobs. They're going to have to get in alignment and work the hard way to get what they want. They want to use you to get it. And after many warnings and many people losing their aspects of their foundation through plagues, their farmland, their food, all the plagues, finally, Pharaoh was still being arrogant, exactly how these people, it's the same story being mirrored. And finally, he was like, okay, I've come to you. I hit you with locusts. I've hit you with all kind of plagues here. Boils on your skin. I made y'all sick. And you still ain't listening. I know we need the humans for the souls to be able to keep coming back in for evolution. But if y'all really want to be stubborn, I'm going to have to start taking some of y'all where it hurts. I'm going to have to hit you where it hurts. And then he took the firstborn son of every single citizen of Kemet or Egypt. Okay? And even with these people crying after the death in their families, Pharaoh still was in this energy right here. Like, I don't care. So I lost my son too. My son died too. Somebody's son might have actually died. And they probably are still in that so energy. There's somebody in this cult whose son did die. And they're still like, so I don't care if y'all kids die too. We're going to keep on pushing forward. We didn't come this. Y'all know how we come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. This person's, we came this far following the devil. And I'm not ready to give up yet because I've already lost a lot. I'm going to finish it or die. Whoever this person is, they are in some energy where they literally are willing to sacrifice everybody's children. They don't care who dies, what kind of karma hits them. We in it to win it. And right now, they're in a fight. There are two people in this energy. And I told you all about these clones. When people are weird like this, sometimes they're not people. I picked up on two people, an Aquarius and a fire sign, that are clones. They already died, and they cloned them and brought them right back. And that's why they're fearless in moving forward and motivating people to keep on pushing forward, because their ass already damn died. Look, it's the year 2025. You don't have to believe me. But those of y'all that know, back when they were cloning Dolly, they had to make it a law in England, and it was in the news that they made a law. It's illegal to clone humans. So you think nobody is cloning humans, really? You understand? The way to get all these people to get on board, because some of these people are just regular organic people that are like, no, something don't seem right. I think we should stop now, because the people that are leading you are goddamn clones. You are being led by a goddamn clone that already damn died, and they sitting up there telling your ass, no, come on, again, let's attack again. They don't care. They already died. For one of them, their child already died. They don't got nothing to live for, and they died already any goddamn way. So right now, somebody might have something to say. It could be a emperor or a boss energy, because people are fighting, because people want to let go of this shit. But there is a fire sign and an Aquarius that are keep still wanting to try to rally the troops to keep coming toward you and at you. The obstacle right now, and they might be trying to tell people, look, it's a lost cause, give it up right now, stop. What is the obstacle right now for this emperor energy and someone, the page of swords, that's speaking something out? The obstacle is things are always going to be balanced out for you. You are justice. You might have Libra in your chart. You might have a Libra placement in your chart. You could have a Pisces placement somewhere in your chart. But justice, their obstacle is anything that they send towards you is going to immediately be balanced in the scale. Y'all saw the 2, oh my God, 222 in my life right now. Look at it. I can't make this up, y'all. The synchronicities. Y'all look at that number. 222. Now it just went to 217. That justice card. Things are always going to instantly balance out. Any energy they send toward you, you are going to alchemize. Anything, any form of attack, financially, spiritually, energetically, every time they do something to you, because you're protected and anointed, automatically it's going to go right back into balance, and it's going to go back to them. Automatically. You don't got to do no return to sender or nothing. You're anointed. You work for the kingdom. You're in alignment. Your protection is already there. You're being guarded and you're being watched. The job that you have taken spiritually, that you work for, it comes with spiritual protection. It's like you work for the police department, and you know you got back, and you know they're watching you everywhere you go to make sure you're not in danger or something like that. You're going in on a mission, and you got people watching and monitoring you because you got a camera on you, and you're going to sneak up on a subject. But you're the spiritual police. Your ancestors and guides are all protecting you. Your spiritual protection comes with your assignment. Do you understand me? I'm going to say that again. Your spiritual protection, it comes with your assignment. So you could be a mother figure, or you could be a man or a woman that's emotionally intelligent, highly intuitive, highly empathetic. Okay. And justice, it's always going to get you. And someone's heartbroken. Hold on. I got a commercial here, and I have to make sure I'm still on for y'all. There's an emperor here. This could be an older man or woman. They are heartbroken. This person is heartbroken because they know that you get justice, and they know they can't touch a hair on your head. because his eye is on a sparrow, and you know he watches you. Not this man. I'm talking about God, your higher ups, however you define God. They say he knows the number of hairs on your head. And that's the number of hairs at any given split second of the day. You know how many hairs you shed every day? When you combing your hair every day or brushing your hair, your hair is coming out. Every day, everyone sheds hair. And at any given second, he knows the number of hairs that are in your follicle on your head at any given time. So how in the world can any harm come to you if there's somebody out there that knows the number of hairs on your head at every second of the day? That's deep. But when you really, really like put that under a magnifying glass, or really think about it, put it under like a telescope. Somebody knows the number of hairs on your head. That means they can see any form of attack, any direction anyone is coming at you in, even before they can hatch the thought in their head. They are already aware of exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. They're aware. That's the type of protection you have. Damn, whomever or whatever. And listen, the same way that these entities of a low frequency and vibration attached to the people, these demonic spirits, these demons, jumping these people to attack you and run them, is the same way some of the humans here on earth amongst you that help you, that are destiny helpers, that might be in positions of authority, that might help you, they can become possessed with an angel or a high vibrational angel, and do something for you to protect you. You understand? If you believe these people are possessed with entity attachments that make them do things to you, why wouldn't you believe the spirit of God? Why wouldn't you believe that angels don't jump in and out of high vibrational people and for no reason cause them to do something for you? I told you already, somebody that someone paid that befriended me in the past, that didn't like the fact that I was so kind and so nice. It disgusted her. And I later found out that it was a contract on me, and she was a part of it. But there's a woman that years ago befriended me, and I remember she was disgusted by my kindness. And it was just so weird when we were talking. She was like, "Why are you so nice to people? Why are you so nice?" And she was almost saying it in a way, you can read energy. The way she said it is like, why? It was like a demon talking to me through her. Okay. Even her tone, she was like, why? You're just, it was like she was looking through, her eyes was looking through me, and her head was like shaking back and forth in slow motion. That was a demon. But she was like, why are you so nice? She would never do that for you. Because I was getting up, I told you, at 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have to get up until like 5 or 6. It took me 15 minutes to get to work. But I got up at 2 in the morning for a coworker of mine that had 2 little children because her car broke down, to pick her up and take her kids to daycare, and then bring her to work. And then I'll take her back home in the evening because I didn't want her to lose her job, you know. And I did have an overactive heart chakra, and I just care about people. You understand? And during that time, and God rest her soul, because she actually died from a death spell. That woman that I told you was being demonic toward me. She did a death spell, and that coworker of mine actually died. She died. I was going to the hospital to see her, but she died because that person that was like, "Why are you so nice?" She did a death spell on her, and the woman died and left her children. That's why she's being tormented right now spiritually. Okay, she even lost her own child. I found out later she was a witch, and she left those 2 little children without a mother. I went to the hospital to see her like every day, and like within 2 weeks, she shriveled up and passed away. And I found out actually it was a death spell she was doing on me, but it hit her instead because she wasn't yet in her spiritual alignment. She didn't have the same protection I had. But the reason I'm saying that is I'm gonna make the connection. When I say an angel can jump into a high vibrational person and cause them to do something, I did this for this woman because it just, no, you can't lose your job right now. It's the dead of winter. Your car broke down. I don't care. I'll come get you. Give me your address. I'll help you get your kids to daycare until you can get your car up and running. Okay. And because when I first arrived, a lot of moving around up and down the East Coast. And when I first came back to Georgia from Texas, I lived in Texas too. When I first came back to Georgia from Texas, I was just barely holding on, trying to survive. And right as I crossed the Georgia line, my car completely broke down on me. And I was trying to quickly obtain a job. I had a certain amount of money to survive off of before, give me enough time and space to hurry up and get a job and maintain. I owned a house here, but I was struggling at the time because I was trying to get things back stable. I was in a place in my life where I didn't know if I wanted to live in Georgia, Texas, or, I was figuring something out. And I did own a home here at the time. And my car broke down. And I already made an appointment for a job that I was going to get, and I had to go to the training. And I couldn't make it to the training. And it's so funny. They said, if you are 1 minute late for the first day of training, what they said was, don't come back to everybody for this job that I was trying to get, because I needed to work and I needed to work fast. And I didn't know anybody in Georgia. I was just by me and my daughter. And I didn't have any help at all whatsoever from anyone. And I didn't know anyone. And one of the ladies that were in the training with me, I don't know, it was something weird about her. She didn't seem human. But out of nowhere, she said, I was talking to her. I was like, dang, I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. And she was like, give me your address. You be ready and you be outside. And I promise you, this lady, I don't know her from nowhere. She came to my house and picked me up, and she carried me to the training on time. And she brought me back and forth to the training until I was able to start working, get the job, and get my first paycheck. I got the car fixed and I was up and running. And then something happened and she just disappeared out of nowhere. When I tell you, this lady just came out of nowhere and just like an angel. And she didn't even have like conversation or something. She said, hi, how you doing? Nope, I'm going to get you back and forth to that training. You set up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why? You're so kind. Why? And she's just like, and I was like, wow, she's not saying nothing to me. This is weird. I believe that woman was an angel. I'm telling you. It was so weird. I believe that woman was an angel. I don't even know. I feel like something might have jumped inside of her body, but a higher vibrational angel can jump into the vessel of high vibrational people, be used in your times of need. And I never even thought about that again until years later, when I'm like, somebody was like, why are you so nice to people? Why do you do certain things? And I'm thinking about how I was getting up at that time in the morning. She was like, she would never get up at 2 a.m. and drive an hour out of her way to help you if your car broke down. But something inside of me just let me do it. And then I thought back to when my car broke down and I didn't have no one. And it was just me and my daughter, and a stranger helped me, a complete stranger. You see, you never know how your blessings are going to come back into your life and come back around to you. It's not going to come from the people that you help directly. Your blessings, a lot of times, see, when you're not a person that has a blocked heart chakra and is restricted, it doesn't mean you have to go out there and do everything for everybody. But when you love and emanate love and empathy emanates from your heart, and when you're guided to do so, you bless people just out of not wanting something back, not wanting praise, not wanting anything. It's just out of pure love and gratitude because you're in a position to do something. You don't know at what point in your life that same energy is going to circumvent and come back to you at the time that you need it. I'm never in a mental imprisonment about somebody I do something for or help, because I know that at some point in my life, somebody either helped me or there's going to come a time in my life where that same energy is going to come back for me. And you're not doing it so that someone could do something for you. You're doing it out of gratitude. Okay. because you don't operate out of self-interest when you're a higher vibrational being. Like you want praise or you want to, I did this for this person. No, 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 no. You don't operate self-interest. Go around recording yourself handing water bottles out to the homeless, just to look at me, everybody. And I say again, I'm not talking about people that do ministry that need donations. You have to let people know what you're doing if you run off of donations. You have to record and be like, hey guys, I run a ministry and I give blankets and food to the cold, blah, blah, blah. But I run off of donations and what comes out of my pocket. So I have to let you all know what I do and let you see it so that you can donate. That's different. That's not somebody doing something for show. That's someone that needs exposure so they can, get the help they need to be in their history. Okay. Pay it forward. Amen. Okay. So with this justice card, somebody knows everything gets balanced for you because you work for the kingdom of God. You're in alignment and protection comes with that. So because he knows the number of hairs on your head at any given time, any method or any direction these ignorant ass humans come at you in that are demonic, they already are ready to balance it. They waiting for them. But because they're not spiritually connected, they don't know how protected you are. Whoever this emperor energy is, they want to communicate with you. I have the hermit here. Somebody might feel backstabbed and betrayed right now, or somebody might be backstabbed and betrayed. The lover's reverse. So this could be somebody that might have wanted a connection with you. The Hierophant reverse. Here we go. There's an emperor energy. This could be a man or a woman. I'm picking masculine energy up though. This is somebody that is some kind of spiritual leader, Hierophant energy, but they're in the reverse. They're not in the upright. This is not somebody operating out of their higher self. This is somebody that doesn't know how to balance their dark and light energy. And that's why they're not getting their complete wish fulfillment, because you are their complete wish fulfillment. Whoever this person is, they are a hermit energy like you. They might be an emperor energy, or they might have Aries in their chart. They could have a Virgo placement in their chart as well. But this person is a spiritual authority figure. They have an old soul. Let me explain. There are some people that have a very young soul. They don't know no better. They come here, they mess up real bad. And it's because they're a younger soul and they're still getting younger lessons. Okay. But there are some people that have spiritual authority because they're an older soul and they come here with a specific mission. But for whatever reason, they might come through with some soulmates of theirs that they have karma with from a past life, whose mission it is to stop them from reaching their north node and getting on their path. Whoever you are, you were able to persevere whatever soulmates you were born with in your family or community that you know from a past life. And you were able to break out of whatever they were doing to stop you from spiritually evolving to your north node. However, this person, they got stuck. By something connected to their ego and carnal nature, and they were not able to break free of whatever devil addictions, obsessions that they had that kept them bound to soulmates from a past life, that prevented them from moving to the north node. So even though you are their complete wish fulfillment, because you show high priestess empress, you show up as the Hierophant high priestess empress hermit energy. Okay, y'all mirror the same old souls, but this person is given twin flame energy. But this person, they did not pass their Saturn return. What is Saturn? Saturn represents Satan. What is Saturn? Saturn represents Satan. That's where the word Satan comes from. Saturn. The planet Saturn represents obsessions, addictions. Okay. It represents a lot of other things too. It's Capricorn energy, that devil card that comes out. It represents earthly things, things connected to your survival in this earthly realm, abundance, ingenuity, people that are very focused, Capricorns are going to be with heavy Saturn placements, your accountants. They like numbers. Your people that are sit on the PT. They are always a part of some school board They're on the HOA. You're going to find these Capricorn energies, very grounded people. But this person didn't pass their Saturn return. You understand, Jesus and Buddha and Jesus the Christ both passed their Saturn return. What does that mean? What that means is they were older soul that was about to become an ascended master and fully master themselves. And when they came here, they would have to conquer, just like uh what is that angel they show on the angel? It's a picture. Saint George. They're the depiction of the angel Saint George in Ethiopia. And it's an angel. You have an Ethiopian angel riding on a horse, and he's got a spear in his hand, and he's got the spear going through a dragon's heart. And what it represents is the slaying of your carnal nature. Okay. Your Saturn return is when you conquer your carnal nature. Your carnal nature are all the different things that connect you to your ego in a lower vibration. That lower vibration is the things that make you an animal. You understand? Because you're in an animal body. You understand? You aren't in an animal body. You have sex, you reproduce, you have to eat, you have to stay cool, you have to stay warm, you need water to survive, you boo-boo, you pee-pee, you get sick, you heal, blah, blah, blah. You're in an animal body. You're in an animal body, but you have the potential to connect with God, your God mind, which is higher intelligence. So you're in an animal body, okay? But your soul is being housed in that animal body to conquer the carnal nature, all the things that are out of control. Animals can't control their impulse because to survive, they need to. It's a natural instinct. Have you ever seen an animal in heat, like a dog or a cat in heat? They can't control their sexual energy. Okay, so that's conquering your carnal nature. You're like an animal, but when you are able to connect to God by disciplining your sexual energy, disciplining your mind, your ego, healing your wounds, embodying empathy and compassion, that makes you more human, more godlike. Okay, connecting to your higher intuitive function that connects you to sources outside of this 3D realm. That's God, your higher self, not the animal body that you have to eat foods. When you are able to conquer all of your animalistic desires that are your carnal nature, when you are able to balance those and live a healthy life, that's when you're able to raise your consciousness and awareness and operate out of your spiritual body, your spiritual chakras, your higher self. Okay. You were able to do that. The Saturn return means that carnal nature, during that Saturn return, you're being presented with different tests to see if you control your lust, to see if you control practicality, to see if your ego is balanced, to see if your empathy is and compassion is balanced. You're not. You don't have an overactive heart chakra or underactive heart chakra. You have good boundaries. Your intellect is on point now. You're highly intelligent. Your mental function, your logic, and your thinking. You have right thinking because you know how to balance your dark and light energy. That means that you have good boundaries with people. You're very clear, transparent. You know how to balance empathy and compassion and boundaries. That perfect balance. This is your Saturn return. When you master those aspects of yourself that we talk about in these suits, in these cards, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, your ego, your confidence, your practicality, your empathy and compassion, and your boundaries and your intellect. Okay, all four make you the emperor or the empress. Okay, when you pass that Saturn return and master those aspects of yourself, you are operating in your North Node on a higher frequency. Okay, and once you do that, you're more connected to God. So when Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was presented with the test by the devil. That was his Saturn return. And he said, look, I see you're mastering yourself. I see you're doing better now. I see that you've learned to balance your spirituality and practicality. I see now you're connected with the all, and now you're all knowing, all seeing. So you have power. You're an alchemist. You know how to manipulate the energies. You know how to traverse between realms. You got a lot of power, son. So he was like, right now we could rule on this earth because there's a whole bunch of little ignorant ass humans running around that are not connected to God yet. And because you're connected to your intuition and your psychic abilities and your third eye, you can literally live like a king, and you can abuse all the knowledge and power you have, and have you can have all the women you want, the food, the riches, the wealth. You can stunt on everybody, and you can sit back and do magic all day, play mental manipulation games. You could do spell work. You could do anything you want to do because you can see the future. You know how to read people. Look, you're powerful. You got all this power and knowledge that these other people don't have because they're younger souls. So you want to run the show here? And Jesus said, no, no. Satan, get thee behind me. Jesus said, Satan, get thee behind me. And what he was really was saying, Saturn, return, get thee behind me. Okay. Instead, I'm going to use my gifts. Instead of being self-servicing, I am going to be of service to everybody because I have empathy and compassion for people that have not yet evolved. I'm not going to take advantage of the fact that they don't have the light, the knowledge, the truth, and the wisdom that the enlightenment I have attained. I'm going to take advantage of their ignorance. No. Jesus said, no, I have too much empathy and compassion for these other souls that need to reach this level of enlightenment and mastery. So instead of taking advantage of their ignorance and being self-serving and self-indulgent, I'm going to take the higher path. And that's why they show him pointing up in those depictions of Jesus with that star. Okay. I'm sorry, with the heart. They show Jesus holding that heart and pointing upward. He's talking about the heart chakra and operating your consciousness and awareness out of empathy and compassion. He decided instead of being self-serving to become a service to others. Okay, so that's how he passed his Saturn return, by rejecting his carnal nature. He already conquered it. He conquered his carnal nature and started operating out of his higher self. And it was the same thing with Siddhartha. Line up the stories. Line it up. When Siddhartha was about to reach enlightenment, Siddhartha the Buddha, y'all know these are titles. The Buddha, the Christ, all it means is enlightenment, an enlightened one. Okay? Someone that has a connection to God. Mara, which is the devil. Okay? In Buddhism, Mara basically is the devil, and it's representing your carnal nature. And he was tempted. He fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Okay? And the devil, Mara, came toward him, and he tempted him by showing him a mirage of dancing girls very seductively. And he was like, hey, you've attained enlightenment. You've got wisdom, knowledge, power. You know how, you know secrets of the universe. You're an alchemist. You know all these things. Right now, instead of going further toward your enlightenment and mastery, you can stay here on earth, and you can take advantage of these ignorant asses around that don't know nothing yet, these younger souls, and you could live like a king. You know, they don't know what you know. They don't have the wisdom and the knowledge you have. They don't have the spiritual insight you have. You know how to do magic on the spiritual realm to make things manifest on the physical. If you wanted to do sex magic and harness the energy of some of the women that you used to have those orgies with before you went on this journey of enlightenment, you can do that too. You can do sex magic, harness wombs. You know how to do all that. You got wisdom about how energy works. How about it? You can live like a king right now, and on this realm. And Mara tried to tempt him with sex, lust. He tried to tempt him with fear by making him think that he was being gang stalked, and people were coming toward him with fiery arrows. They were about to shoot at him. But he did not go into fear. He did not fall into lust or any of the things and the illusions that Mara was presenting for him, because His spiritual eyes were open, and he knew it was a matrix he was in. He knew all of this was nothing but a test. Although it felt real, he knew it was all a spiritual test, and he could either pass and be spiritually promoted or demoted. And he put his fingers into the water or on the ground, and he confessed that he was like, the earth is my witness. He said, the earth is my witness, that nothing here is real. He renounced everything. I know I'm paraphrasing. And after that, those fiery arrows with that military coming toward him to, we're gang stalking you, we about to take you out. He wasn't afraid of them. And what happened? Those arrows of fire turned into lotus flowers and fell to the ground because he didn't budge. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. This is a matrix, and I understand it for my spiritual development and ascension and everyone else's. And he moved on to mastery. I'm a master, just like Jesus. Same exact stories about passing the Saturn return. Whoever you are a very old soul. You're a very, very old soul. And you have passed your Saturn returns, and you are operating out of your North Node. And you have very similar placements, twin flame energy I'm picking up on. But the problem is they got stuck in ego and lust. They're an old soul too, but they got stuck in ego and lust. So they were not able to move forward with you. Okay. And right now they feel backstabbed and betrayed because it might have been a feminine that used lust, that is a past life soulmate of theirs, or enemy of theirs, even. That's a soulmate, okay, that their soul knows, that followed them, that was on a mission to stop them from making it to their North Node. So they came in this life as a beautiful woman with a beautiful face, shape, young, looking good. They did that. It was an illusion. You ever watch or look at them and look at some of those stories? They talk about how they try to trick each other. I know how to trick him. I'm going to reincarnate on Earth, and I'm a gorgeous woman, and that's how I'm going to trick him. I know some people are closed-minded, but if you're open-minded enough to it, listen and look at stories in other religions and spiritualities, and just look at them and look at the stories that they're telling and how people are doing what they're doing. Just try to look at it and look deeper. They show different stories of Brahma and, in a lot of East Indian, even spirituality and religion, stories of different gods and goddesses playing tricks on each other. Like, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to come back as a gorgeous woman, and I'm going to take all your money from you. I'm going to reincarnate as, since you stole my money in this lifetime. It's depicting real things that are actually happening with humans all over the earth. You understand? So there was a gorgeous woman that was actually in a past life. Whoever masculine is, he was a woman in a past life. He was a woman in a past life. And this is another woman in a past life that he did something to, because I picked up this energy some months ago. He did something to this other woman, and he did, as a woman in a past life, he was being cold and catty, and he did spell work on someone that was a suitor of hers. She was about to have a baby by, and broke them up. She did a breakup spell and sent them away, and left her, because this marry her and take her away. But she did spell work, drive him away, and left her pregnant at home. Maybe it was her sister or cousin or something like that. But they were two women in a past life. So in this life, she fixed him because he's a man in this life. And his karmic was that woman that he did that breakup spell while she was pregnant with this man's baby in a past life. So she said, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to stop you from making it to your North Node and coming together with your twin flame. I'm going to come with a woman that's so good and so attractive. And I'm going to keep you so much in lust. I'm going to love bomb you and keep you so much in this lustful energy. And I'm going to stroke your ego to insanity. I'm going to do whatever it takes. She said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to impede and stop your enlightenment. You understand? She said, I will do whatever it takes to stop and impede your enlightenment for doing this breakup spell. I'm pregnant with this man's baby, and you did a breakup spell, and now he's not going to marry me, and he's taken off, and I have to stay here at home with you. I don't know. They might have been sisters in a past life, but whoever this woman is that seduced him, she was in a past life connected to him, and he was a woman in a past life that just didn't want her to get away. So she fixed him in this life by doing this. And she did everything she had to do to make sure this man could never come toward you, and instead would become your enemy and attack you. And then he woke up and found out who you were when he couldn't kill you with the death spell, when he couldn't harness your energy and give it to her. When this man, even working with all these cults and covens, was unable to attack and come for you the way they wanted to, that's when he realized who you were. You were this person's divine counterpart. Okay, I'm getting twin flame energy. But, and you can't kill your twin flame. Okay, this person couldn't do it. They tried, but they couldn't. And that's when they found out this was really a past life enemy, or maybe they don't know. And they feel backstabbed and betrayed because several people that also came from a past life has helped this person to pull an illusion and make this person think that the person that tricked them was actually their divine counterpart. And that's why they feel backstabbed and betrayed right now. All right, tell me more about the situation right now, about someone that wants to communicate with you. It's been too much of a burden to try to take you out because these people kept trying. The Three of Pentacles reverse. Somebody is not going to work for somebody no more. Okay. This might have something to do with an Ace of Pentacles. Whoever you are, you're an Ace of Pentacles. You're extremely abundant. Your energy is off the Richter scale. And you were connected, directly connected to this man's spiritual inheritance that would have translated into a financial abundance on the earthly plane. You understand? It's like whoever this karmic energy is, she knows that you were connected to this man's spiritual inheritance, which would have come in the form of money on this plane. Okay, so this woman might even have a baby by this man, and I'm gonna tell you what's even funnier. This is hilarious, okay? Because these energies come up every day. Whoever this woman is, she don't want this man. She just wanted to make sure that she benefits financially, okay? And just like you will have, imagine back in the day when they were paying NBA players and NFL players, they were giving them ridiculous contracts, huge amounts of money when football or basketball was at its height, and people were going crazy. Oh, he got $1 billion contract. You had a whole influx of rolling holes on where you at, Empress Love, on rollerblades with Vaseline in their pockets that were dispatched towards all these NBA players that were waiting to find out who the pick was going to be, so that they could rollerblade, so they could get there faster to their door quick. And these women, their whole agenda is they already know these men are not going to marry them. They don't want to get married to them. They just want to make sure they secure their bag. So if I could just hurry up and get pregnant by him, I have to wait first and see if he get the contract. And they got a whole list of, okay, because if it don't work out with him, I'll go to him instead. I'll sleep with these 3 and see if I can get pregnant by one of them at least, or whatever. And all of them are like with rollerblades on your mark. Get ready, get set, go. These women, y'all know who they are. If I could just get pregnant by him before she marries him, and at least have his baby, my child support check will be enough for me to live the rest of my life. I don't ever have to worry about again. Okay, they have that mentality where a child, all I got to do is by then I'll have enough money to buy my house and set myself up real good, blah blah blah. All I got to do is get pregnant. Or even if it's like an NFL or NBA player with a lot of money that's about to get married, they're like, oh no, I need access to him, and I know his wife's going to be watching carefully. Let me see if I can set something up and find a way to get pregnant by him. I'll do anything to, if I could just get pregnant by him, I'll be in there and I'll be set for life. All I need to do is just have a baby there. I won't even bother them after that. I don't care. They can see that I'm going to get a child support check. You understand? Whoever this karmic energy is, she was aware that she's been doing readings and she's been getting spiritual guidance from people. And this Ace of Pentacles, she got information that this man was going to be extremely wealthy and abundant. Okay. That he was going to be rich, extremely wealthy and abundant. And this is where the trickery comes in. So she thought, okay, she doesn't know who she is in a past life or why she's been doing what she's been doing. That's the spiritual aspect. Now I'm giving you what's going on the physical realm aspect of this. Okay. Because she got spiritual insight and guidance, and was told this man was an Ace of Pentacles and was going to be rich. She first figured, I'll seduce him, I'll connect myself to him and bind myself to him with a baby, and then no matter what happens at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get my money. Even if this man ends up divorcing or doesn't want to be with me, doesn't marry me, as long as I got a baby with him, I am going to benefit from whatever money they get. Even if he does come towards you and y'all did get married and have a family, as long as I got that baby anchored in there, I'm good. That was her thought process, right? Because she knew that she got spiritual insight. He had an Ace of Pentacles. And if she just could, all I need to do to connect myself to you because you have divine energy and he's going to be rich is to have a baby by him. Okay. So it don't matter what happened. I got his baby. Right. And another aspect of this was she wanted to destiny swap with you. Okay. And get your energy. And she wanted you to become like a third party to them and them be together. And they attempted to do that. They were attempting to do a destiny swap ritual by isolating you and doing other things so that your energy would go into her and she would be his wife and you would be a side piece. That's why these people had been stalking you all these years, this weirdo couple. Okay. But that didn't work because God said, are you stupid or dumb? God said, are you stupid? God said it. Yeah, just like that. God said, are you stupid or dumb? You think you're going to destiny swap with someone that's anointed and be with a prostitute and make them a side piece to your relationship or whatever? This person was trying to catfish you like an idiot and you rejected them. So these people decided not to take no for an answer because you were not going to be connected to anything because she wanted your energy. If this man was able to have sexual access to you and make you some kind of side piece energy, these two were going to be usurping your sexual energy, okay, that kundalini energy of yours, that high frequency energy, and she was going to be doing magic with your energy and spell work, the two of them together to manifest, and you were going to live in poverty. That was their big plan because they're idiots and demons, and because she had his mind, okay, with this destiny swap energy. But it didn't work. Because whoever you are, you're connected to God and they're smelly. You smell their energy. They're disgusting. You realize that someone was only trying to catfish you and you kick these people spiritually out of your energy. And they became stubborn and they started stalking and gang stalking you in your community. These people started coming by and doing spell work to harness your energy in cars, all hours of the night, possibly parking in your parking lot or garage area where you live or on your street and having different cults and covens, people planted around you to harvest your energy like weirdos. They're weirdos. They were doing all kind of sex magic and rituals trying to harvest your energy, but whoever you are, you're anointed and you know how to spiritually protect your energy. So they could not drain your sacral chakra or energy through any spell work. They needed a direct connection to you, and they didn't have one because your energy is sacred and it's not to be used like that. Okay? So, because of that, they started doing death spells on you to try to see if they could just sacrifice you and do a destiny swap. And negative, the death spells didn't work on you either. So, what did she do next? Next, she said, okay, well, if I have a baby, at least if he does, if I have to let him go toward you because he needs your energy to get this Ace of Pentacles, at least that money anyway. See, and this is the stupidity in the whole thing. Because one, he already failed his Saturn return, and this man cannot come towards you at all. Not in this lifetime. But number two, you would never in a million years connect with a man that has a baby with this kind of karmic. Listen up there, all of my men, all of my young men and the older ones, y'all should already know better. Be careful who you have a baby by, especially when you're younger. Because by the time you are ready for a woman that is high quality, that you want a divine feminine, if you want a woman that's a divine feminine, that has some kind of divinity, she is not going to want to be in a relationship or a marriage with you if you have this kind of karmic as the mother of your child. You understand? At some point, yeah, I know, I saw it. What I said was, listen up, young men. Middle-aged men and older men, you should have known better. You already messed up. Or older men even still out here making babies. That might have gone through a transformation and you still slip up and have a baby with somebody. If you want to ever, at any point in your life, attract and marry or be in a marriage or commitment with the divine feminine, an empress energy, somebody with some kind of divinity, she is not going to allow you into her life if you have a certain type of karmic energy that you're connected to. Or not just that, if you have a baby by her, if she's your baby mother. See, because a woman with real divinity already knows how to scope out when there are other women out here that just want her energy. That energy comes in the form of abundance. When a woman is spiritually abundant and spiritually prosperous, it translates into financial abundance. You're an abundant woman. You know how to attract wealth, abundance, and finance prosperity in your home, your job, in things that you acquire in the earthly realm. Your spiritual abundance translates to financial abundance. And other women see that in you. And other women want a piece of your energy so they can manifest. Harnessed it from you, your sacral energy, they would. So what do? They connect to the men that you connect to so that they could do rituals and spell work to siphon your energy. A divine feminine with true divinity, we are already aware of these type of demonic women that are sniffing around so they can connect themselves like a plug to any man that connects to us. So we have to be very careful. True divine feminine women, we already know and are aware of these demonic women that they're not looking for, they don't care about the man, they care about us. And they sniff around women like us because they're waiting to see what man we allow into our life. And they're going to quickly find a way to connect to that man and quickly offer him free sex, head, everything, anything to get your sexual energy. And we are completely aware of that. We're sensitive. We're spiritually sensitive. So we have to be very discerning about what man we allow to have access to us because we have to see what kind of boundaries that he has. And if you got one of these little devils, look, the Empress is right here. You got one of these little devils that find a way to quickly anchor to you because they know that you have or have taken an interest in a masculine. Let me quickly, she's got an interest in him. Let me quickly have a baby by him because it looks like she's going toward him. I don't care about y'all getting married. I just want to have a baby because I know y'all are going to be rich and I want to be able to get some of y'all money. That's going to end it for you. That Empress is going to straight up walk away. No, because you have a baby with that, no, you cannot connect to us and you can't be connected to our abundance. That's bad karma all day. And it's a direct link to you for the next 18 years. And if we're married, it is going to financially affect me because you had a baby by this person. You allowed this person to find a way to connect to you permanently so that they could always be connected to me. I'm sorry, I cannot connect to that. You understand? So whoever this karmic is, okay, she had a baby by this man. For somebody, she had a baby by this man because she couldn't get your energy. So she couldn't be his main woman because she's not you. Then they couldn't do a death spell and sacrifice you. So she said, okay, if I got to let him go and come be with you, at least if I anchor a baby in there, I'll forever get that divine feminine's energy. Because even if he separates his energy from me now, at some point he's going to be alone with me and this baby. And I'll find a way to either get money from you because you're abundant. You're the Empress. You're fertile. Okay. You're always going to be prosperous. And if this man's connected to you, then he's going to be prosperous too. And because she's got a baby, she's going to always be able to benefit financially from y'all. That's how they spiritually do it. But I'm going to tell you how God fixed her ass. It was a trick. Trick or treat. I'm going to explain the trick to you. This man, this emperor energy, his spiritual inheritance and abundance was only going to come to him through his union with you. You understand? That means y'all had to work together. He had to be able to get your sexual energy and your love that you were going to pour into him if y'all had come together. And then he was going to do what the masculine energy does, take action with your energy. That's how males and females come together. You understand? That's what we bring to the table. Your divinity, your sacral energy. That's why it's his responsibility to provide for you protection, shelter, peace, a stable, safe environment, to keep you safe so that you can cultivate that energy that he's going to utilize to manifest by taking action. I know they always want me to shut up. Okay. Did you hear what I said? That energy that he was going to use of yours, he was going to be able to take action. The masculine energy takes action. The feminine energy is rested. And she's rested because he's using her energy like a battery to take action. And depending on the type of energy she has, is the type of action he's able, the extent of what he's able to do using it. Okay. But because he's not in alignment, he cannot have access to your energy. He can only access that karmic's energy. And now that she has a baby by him, you are not going to let him anywhere near you because he's got something attached to him that wanted your energy so bad she was willing to have a baby just to connect to you and remain stuck to you all. And he can't come toward you with her in his life, her or that child, period. So now he doesn't have your energy. Your energy is what was going to allow this Ace of Pentacles to manifest. Excuse me, y'all. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot about an appointment I had this morning. Okay. So this was the trick. The energy was going to come from you. That spiritual inheritance was only going to come, that spiritual abundance was only going to come to this man once the two of you came together, and he had access to your energy. And that's how that Ace of Pentacles was going to come to him, through accessing your energy. And he tried to circumvent God's system and find another way to get your energy, using a prostitute energy to try to harness your energy. And that's the reason now he's being kicked out of his spiritual abundance. She thought he was just going to be rich all alone by himself and become wealthy. And if she could take him from you, that she would be able to become rich, and he would give the money to her. She didn't realize all the spiritual wealth and abundance was directly connected to your womb. All the spiritual money and abundance was going to come from this man's sexual interaction with you in a marriage. But he was supposed to use that abundance to provide for you and him. But because he tried to circumvent God's system, and steal your energy and take it to somebody else so they could be abundant, he's kicked out of your life forever. You understand? He cannot come towards you. And because now he's got a baby to take care of, and he doesn't have any money. And now she's really going to be pissed off, because she only had the baby because she thought she was going to get money and become wealthy. And now she's like, well, go toward her then, and see if y'all can still work it out, because I need money for this baby. Go toward her. And he can't come toward you, because you have divinity. You have a certain spiritual ranking, and you cannot be connected to a man that has a baby by a demon. That's it. So it's over for him. Because that baby ain't going nowhere. Child, that baby ain't going nowhere, and neither is she, or has she. And I don't even think this man is in his right mind to know to get that demon out of his life. Still, he did not pass his Saturn return, so he is not a spiritual match for you. They have to release this burden of trying to catfish you, playing games with you, trying to sacrifice you, trying to find a way to catfish, get close to you, to kill you. Let's go. Tell me more about the situation right now. The Six of Pentacles reverse. Somebody's not recovering from something right now. And right now, there could be a group of people, or there's someone right now that they no longer are giving to somebody. They don't feel the same way about somebody anymore. Right now, that Six of Pentacles reverse, somebody is not giving and receiving from somebody right now because there's someone sick that's not recovering. This could be a whole community of people that are scared right now because somebody got sick. Somebody right now could be trying to stay alive. They're trying to, with this fatality in reverse, death in reverse, somebody could be fighting death right now because of that last spiritual attack they did yesterday. Okay? An Empress in a reverse. This could be a man or a woman, an older person that's on their deathbed right now, and everybody's trying to, oh, come on, you can make it, because they wanted to win at all costs and don't want to let go of something. Child, they have to let something go. The Three of Cups. Somebody is letting something go. Somebody might have come together in a group to talk with possibly people that might work in code enforcement, utility workers, and a whole bunch of gang stalking people in your community that have been doing spell work on you, that have been doing, this Hierophant is someone in code enforcement. It's someone that drives the utility truck. It's local police officers. It's a whole bunch of different people in your community and neighborhood that all came together and like, we're going to have to let this go. This, the High Priest in reverse, this spell work, doing spell work on your ass. We're going to have to let it go. Because somebody about to die and somebody else got in a car accident. Maybe it won't happen. That's what's going on right now. That's literally what's going on, because it's a gang stalking community doing spell work on you. Somebody might be getting a message to somebody. Something, what's the 10 of cups? Something might be someone's complete wish fulfillment right now, to deliver a message to somebody or something. This could be news. They might be getting some news out to somebody. Someone's complete wish fulfillment. What is that 10 of cups? The Hierophant, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this could be somebody that might have a position in the government, in a courthouse or something. Somebody might have got made an announcement. This could be like a mayor, a senator, a local official. It could be anybody, a representative in your community. That Hierophant energy is someone in your community that put the news out. They got the message out that they're moving to calmer waters. The Six of Swords. All right, guys. Give me a final message. We can do our prayer. I'm sorry, I'm late for an appointment. Final message so we can do this prayer. These crimes have already been illuminated, that a Knight of Wands was being childish and doing and getting people, putting pressure on people. I feel like this person was not nice. They were like a dictator, like a tyrant. I feel like even if people wanted to stop, this person was acting like a tyrant toward people in your community. Like, no, y'all are going to keep on going. Like some kind of military general or something. Give me a final message, Holy Divine Spirit. Give me a final message, Holy Divine Spirit. Give me a final. Yeah, these people don't have the same energy for this person because they're in some Pharaoh energy and they do not care if these people's children die or not, if these people die. Well, what did you expect? When you are doing and taking action against people lacking all empathy and care, what energy did you expect to be mirrored toward you by the person orchestrating it? You all lack empathy and compassion to come together, gang stalking and doing death spells and spell work to harness a person's energy that's innocent. And this person's a tyrant in your life, and they don't care what you lose. They don't care if your kids become sick. They don't care if you end up broke, homeless, unwell. They don't have any empathy and compassion for you. But you don't have empathy and compassion for the person you're doing it to. So they're mirroring the same energy that you're in for these people that were working for this tyrant. Final message. It's because a lot of these people are depressed. They feel like they're stuck in cycles because they have a reprobate mind. They can't process things correctly because of a blockage. And they have not yet started doing their work. There's somebody here that's very depressed right now that might be very self-loathing, down, feel isolated. This could be someone that gossips or abuses information, or they could have Virgo in their chart. They might be taking action. The Four of Swords reverse. They're not thinking right about something. They might be taking some kind of course of action right now. The Ten of Pentacles reverse. Oh, okay. This is that warlock energy. There is a warlock here that's not going to get this money. And they're taking action right now to do something. The Sun. I don't know. They might be illuminating something. Or their complete wish fulfillment was to get the Ten of Pentacles, but they didn't. And they're taking action right now with that Sun to illuminate something. This might have something to do with the person that's on their deathbed right now. To illuminate that they couldn't backstab and betray you with this magic. And right now they're in a mental imprisonment. So somebody might be illuminating something that might cause someone to go to jail. And it might be that tyrant energy that has been sitting on top of these people's neck. Like, no, we're going to keep on going. Well, we don't want to do it anymore. No, you signed up for this. You better do. Whoever this tyrant is, they are like the Pharaoh in the Bible. They don't care if your firstborn child dies. They don't care what happens to you. They just care about getting the outcome and the victory. And they're never going to get it. and they were going to drive these people to their death, and they don't care. They're a tyrant. Okay. So somebody is dying right now in your community. It might be a warlock energy that's calling it, and they're going to illuminate something about this tyrant energy that might get them into jail, or someone might even be in a mental imprisonment. Someone's the earth sign, someone's the fire sign. Guys, I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Okay, now with that, I'm going to jump right into this prayer. I told you all I was running. I have an appointment this morning I forgot about. So I'm going to jump into prayer, and then I'm going to jump off of here. Okay, let me just quickly turn off my monetization so this prayer is not disrupted by any commercial. Okay. I show gratitude right now for my collective of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude right now for favor and for protection. I show gratitude for foresight, intuition, and wisdom. Right now, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I show gratitude right now for each and every blessing that God has bestowed upon us. Gratitude for earth, wind, and fire, both the elements and the group. I show gratitude for Christ, Jehovah. I show gratitude for the Most High God, Yeshua, Eow. I show gratitude for each and every planet with its unique energy that embodies different unique to help get our affirmations and prayer requests granted. Oh, Holy One, I show gratitude right now for waking me up another beautiful day. I show gratitude for the beauty of the sun and all other creations. Right now, I show gratitude for favor, health, a righteous mind, divine protection, and success this day. Right now, I command this day and come in agreement by spiritual contract of law, spoken abracadabra. We will create as that this day, anything I speak, touch, and seek to do or accomplish, it will be blessed, it will manifest to the fullest and flourish. All things I put my energy into this day, it will prosper and be successful. Anyone that is destined to help me will contact, locate, get through, and reach me today. Every door will open for me, and every obstacle and the creators of challenges in my life will be blocked, disabled, and ejected, and stop from interfering and slowing my progress by this day. Right now, I command every blocked communication, mail, message, way, and passage to be forced open and made available to me. I command anything being hidden or kept from me right now to be revealed and exposed. Right now, I decree and declare the authority and power of Christ, Jehovah, that any and all witchcraft, attacks, enchantments, curses, hexes, spells, evil enchantments pit against me and being sent toward me, referencing my name or situations this day. Every candle, every altar, every picture, every item, every curse, referencing my name or situations this day, being directed and sent toward me right now, this day, to affect my progress, my energy, my body, mind, or of any financial, spiritual, or physical imbalance to my life, be ye canceled out, neutralized, nullified, burn the ashes, fall to the ground, catch fire right now, burst into flames, fall to the ground and scatter. Abracadabra. By the power and authority of Christ Jehovah, right now, I decree and declare that every demonic contract made or attached to us in the dream state last night on the astral plane or any of the other planes, let it be reversed and undone, severed by fire and separated, burn the ashes to the ground, rendered completely ineffective, neutralized and nullified, null and void by holy fire right now on every plane. I sever every cord by fire. Burn the ashes. I decree and declare right today, Christ's light, energy, and fire encamp and encircle us as a divine barrier of protection from the crown of our head to the sole of our feet, that no other force may penetrate. I dedicate this day unto Christ Jehovah by that Kundalini violet flame, which is our Holy Spirit, that is invoked by our holy word. Kadus, kadus, holy, holy, holy. Let nothing and no one stand against the truth and stand against the life and stand against us. Umima, you are always on time and will always abandon the 99 for the one. Mote it be, so shall it be, Ashe. All right, guys, thank you so much. As always, much love to each and every last one of you. I do have to very quickly. I will be back a little bit later. Much love to all of you. Thank you for being here for the live. And I'll see you later. All right. God bless. I am QUAN Yin. This is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot.